Hello and welcome to Sort of Sales classes. Today we'll discuss the SBI Clerk exam held on 29 Feb. Now let's start with the English section. Now the English section had reading comprehension passages, sentence corrections, fill in the blanks, etc. And there were 30 questions and we would rate them as moderate. We know that many of the analysis that is available on the net speaks about this section to be easy to moderate, but in our analysis this is moderate, and an attempt of around 20 to 24 questions in this section will be considered to be a good attempt. Now, moving to the math section or the quantitative ability QA section, we had 35 questions on simple calculations, arithmetic, speed and time, etc. And out of these 35, in our analysis, an attempt of 25 to 30 would be considered to be a good attempt. Again, we would rate this section as moderate. So 25 to 30 would be a good attempt in this section. And finally, coming to the data interpretation and reasoning section, this also had 35 questions and it had arrangements, etc. as usual. And again, this section is moderate to difficult, in our analysis, moderate to difficult, and again an attempt of around 24 to 28 in this section would be considered a very good attempt. So overall an attempt of around 75 to 78 will be considered to be a very good attempt. Even people who have attempted between 70 to 75 can still stand a chance because the paper was not that easy. So we'll now look at some specific questions to understand why we are saying so. Now let's start with the English section. Now in the English section, we had fill in the blanks, and one of the questions was, it is one of the best terms, comma, the company has ever dash, and we had to fill in this dash with the choices given, and the choices were A, financed, B, available, C was concealed, D, offered, and E, which was automated. Now you see that in this question we are talking about a term. A term means a condition or policy. So the company makes policies and they make conditions, or they create conditions, and they offer these conditions or policies to its employees or to its suppliers or to its customers. So policies or conditions are always offered. They are not available, they are not automated, they are not financed, they are not concealed, they are always offered. So this was a moderate question that we found in the paper. We'll look at some more. There was another question, fill in the blanks, where it said the letter has been written in a very unique dash, and the options were marker, conditions, parallel, mystery, and style. Now you see the word unique. So a letter has been written very uniquely, and we say that it has been written in a very unique way or unique style. So it is with unique style can fit in. So it would be style here. If you look at the other options, unique marker cannot come. Unique conditions, not here. Unique parallel, absolutely wrong. Unique mystery, no. So you see that again, this was moderate because unique conditions in certain cases can be correct, but in this case it is talking about a letter, and a letter has a style, not conditions. The characteristic of a good letter is the style or the way in which it is written. So it is referring to the style and not the conditions. Had it been told, like for example, the document or the legal document has been written in a very or with a set of very unique conditions, so in clearly qualifies the word unique, and it is referring towards the word style. So this is how you have to understand this kind of questions. Now there was a question sentence rearrangement, where we were given four parts of a sentence and we were asked to rearrange them in the proper sequence. Now this kind of a question is comparatively easier because you can use your logic to solve these kind of questions, and let's see how. So the first one, our first option A, starts with enters. Now this obviously is going to raise the question, who enters or what enters? Enters the market. Who enters the market? So it cannot be the starting of the sentence, and it will come somewhere in between. Now let's look at the second option. To adopt that technology. Which technology? Which technology? So this also cannot be the first sentence. Number C, it says when a new technology. So now we are getting the connect. So new technology. So that technology refers to the new technology. Who enters the market? The new technology enters the market. So the first part of the sentence would be C, that is when a new technology, and then A fits in, enters the market. A fits in, enters the market, then the companies have what? What? The companies have no choice. So then we have D, no choice but, and then we have B, to adopt that technology, So that technology refers to the new technology, enters refers to the new technology, and the companies have no choice but to. So this is how these sentences would be linked. Now we move to the quant section. In the quant section, we had a question where it was given 75% of 504 divided by a question mark is equal to 21, and we are supposed to find the value of the question mark. Now, in order to do these kind of questions, you should always convert the percentages to fractions, because it is way easier to deal with fractions than percentages. If you have to do it with percentage, you have to multiply 75 with 504 and then divide by 100 and then divide by 21 to get the answer. Instead of that, what we'll do is we'll write 75% as 3 by 4 of 504 divided by 21 will be equal to the question mark, because all we are doing is bringing the question mark up here and bringing 21 down here. So which means that 3 and 21 will straight away cancel. We get 7. 4 cancels with 504 to give 1, 2, 6, and 126 divided by 7 would be 1, 8. So 18 is the answer. Now you see how easy it is to calculate these kind of questions if you convert 75% to 3/4. Now some of the known percentages that you should remember are 1 by 2 is equal to 50%, 1 by 3 is equal to 33.33%, 1 by 5 is equal to 20%, 1 by 7 is equal to 14.28%. So these are the 4 percentages that you should remember, and you can derive everything else from these. Now 75%, how do I get from here? If I remember this, half of half means half of 50%, that is 25%. So 25% means 1 by 4 and 50% is half. So if I add 50 and 25, 50% and 25%, I will just get half plus 1 by 4, which is 3 by 4. So this is how you can calculate mentally all percentages that you need to convert to fractions. Now there was another question which was 655 plus 255 over 3 is equal to question mark plus 320 by 4, and we are supposed to find the value of the question mark. Now there is an addition that we have to start with, and instead of doing it by writing down 655, 255 and then doing all that addition, you can actually do this mentally. So you consider this as 600 plus 55 and 200 plus 55. So this you don't have to write down, you can straight away do it mentally. Just look at the last 2 digits of these 2 numbers and you just add them up mentally. So 55 plus 55 is 110, and 600 and 200 is 800. So 800 plus 110 is 910. So this can be done mentally. You just look at the last 2 digits of each number, add them up mentally, and then take the hundreds of both the numbers in the 100 form, add them up mentally, and you can do this addition mentally. So we get 910 over 3 is equal to question mark, and 320 by 4 is 80. So we have a 3 here, and 910 is not divisible by 3, so we have to bring a 3 here, so we multiply by 3. So that means the question mark will be 910 minus 80 into 3 is 240, because I am going to take this term this side. So 910 minus 240 over 3. That means again we have to do a subtraction. We will do it mentally. We will not write it down and do. So we will just look at the last two digits. So 10 minus 40 is minus 30, and 900 minus 200 is 700. So 700 minus 30 is equal to 670. So this is 670 over 3. So you don't have to write down anything. You can do it mentally. That saves a lot of time. Now we had another question where it was asked what percentage of 8150 plus 148 makes 2430. Now again we'll teach you a way to solve this kind of problems mentally. So 148 will come here and it will become minus 148, and in order to do this subtraction 2430 minus 148, we will only look at the last two digits first. So 30 minus 48, we can do this mentally. This is minus 18. Then 2400 minus 100. So 2400 minus 100 is 2300. We can do this mentally. We just need to look at the first two digit and this digit. So 24 minus 1 is 2300 for the last two digits. So 2300 minus 18 is 2282. So we can straight away do this without writing. So the right hand side becomes 2282, and this term has gone now. So 8150 will come down. So divide by 8150, and this would be x percentage means divide by 100. So this would be x equal to 2282 over 8150 multiplied by 100. Now again this is a big division, so we can clearly see that the numerator and the denominator are divisible by 2, and both are not divisible by 4 because the last two digits has to be divisible by 4 in order to be divisible by 4. So which is not the case. 82 is not divisible by 4, neither is 50 divisible by 4, so it is only divisible by 2. So we'll do that straight away. 1141 and 4075, and 1141 over 4075. So this is 1141 over 4075 into 100. Now again this is a division where we are kind of stuck, but what we can do is we can divide 1141. It will not go by 3 or 5, so the next one is 7. So 7 into 163. Now you can ask me why I divided this by 7, because in my mind I did a shortcut calculation. 1141 is in this number. I will take the first 3 and I will separate the last one and multiply it by 2 and subtract it from the first 3 digits. So this is a shortcut to check whether a number is divisible by 7. So 1141, and I write it as 114 minus 2. So this becomes 112, and 112 is divisible by 7. We can mentally do that. So I know that 1141 is divisible by 7. So this is a shortcut trick to check whether a number is divisible by 7. Just take the last number out. So suppose it is 119. So I take 9 out. So 11 minus twice of 9 is 18. So this is minus 7. So 119 is divisible by 7. So Likewise, you can check for any other number. So this becomes 7 into 163, and the denominator I can clearly see is divisible by 5. So I will divide it by 5. So 5 into 815. Now we can clearly see that 815 is not divisible by 7, but this is again divisible by 5. So I will write 5 into 5 into 163. So 163 cancels out. So this is 7 by 5 into 5 into 100. So 5 into 5 cancels with 100 to give me 4, and 7 into 4 is 28. So you see that these kind of calculations can be done very quickly if you do some part of it mentally, like I did this one, and then I broke down the numerator and the denominator to their corresponding factors, and this would give us the result very quickly. There was another problem which was 6 to the power 3 divided by 4 divided by 3 is equal to square root of an unknown number. Now in this kind of question you should do it very quickly. You can do it mentally. 6 means 2 into 3, and 6 cube means 2 cube into 3 cube. Now first we divide by 4. So divide by 4, mental calculation. So 4 means 2 square. So only 1 2 will remain. Next 2 into 3 cube divide by 3 will give us 3 square. So we are left with 2 into 3 square means 9, which is 18, and this is equal to square root of the unknown number. That means in order to get the unknown number we have to square both sides. So it will be 2 square into 9 square, which is equal to the unknown number. So this can be done very quickly. 2 square is 4, 9 square is 81. So this is nothing but 324. So 324 is the correct answer. So you see that you can do this part mentally and this part mentally and arrive at 2 into 9 without writing, and then just square it. So 2 square you can do it mentally as 4, and 9 square is 81. So till here you don't have to write anything. And if you are confused of this multiplication, then all you have to remember is always multiply 80 into the given number, which is 4, and 1 into 4. So 320 and 4, or 324. So this is how you can mentally calculate these kind of problems. Next, we were given a sequence like 5, 16, 49, 148, 445, and we are asked to find the next number. Now in these kind of problems, we first start with the difference. So 5 and 16, the difference is plus 11, and then 16 and 49 is plus 33, and then 49 and 148 is plus 99, and then 148 and 445 is plus 297. Now I'll just take a pause here and tell you again how to calculate the difference between 148 and 445 without writing it down. So we will just take the last two numbers. 45 minus 48, we can do it mentally, is minus 3, and 400 minus 100 is 300. So 300 minus 3 is 297. We don't have to write this down. Just remember that 400 minus 100 and 45 minus 48, you can do it mentally and arrive at this number. So coming back to the problem, so now we can see that 11, 33, 99, 297, all these are multiples. 11 into 3 gives 33, 33 into 3 gives 99, 99 into 3 gives 297. So 297 into 3 will give the next number, which is, again, you can do it quickly. So 297 means 300 minus 3, we'll do mentally. So 300 minus 3, we are multiplying with 3. So 900 minus 9, this we can do it mentally. So 891. 891 is what will come here, and we will add 891 to 445 to get the next number. So again, adding we'll do mentally 445, 891. We will just look at the last two digits. 91 and 45 gives us 136, and 400 and 800 gives 1200. So 1336 is the answer. 1336 is the answer of this question mark. So all addition, subtraction can be done mentally, and for multiplication we have to use techniques like this. For example, if you have to multiply 362 with 3, so we will take it as 360 into 3 plus 2 into 3. We'll do it mentally. 2 into 3 we know mentally is 6. 360 into 3 is 1080 plus 6, so 1086. So we don't have to do the multiplication by writing it down. So we come to the reasoning section. In the reasoning section, there was a question where we were given 5 numbers, and we were told that if all the digits in each number are arranged in ascending order, then what or which will be the third number from the left. Now first we have to arrange each number with the digits in the ascending order. So 746 will become 467. So we will take the lowest number in the lowest digit in the number. We place that digit first, so 4 comes first. The second lowest digit is 6, so 6 comes next, and the highest digit is 7, so 7 comes after that. So similarly 325 will become 235, 819 will become 189, 673 will become 367, and 462 will become 246. Now we have to arrange these numbers from the left hand side, starting with the smallest number. So 189 would come first. This is the smallest of all the numbers. Then comes 235. This is the second smallest number. Then comes 246, which is the third smallest number. Then comes 367, and the last number would be 467. So the third number from the left would be 246. So guys, I hope you get a good flavor of the paper now. And as we mentioned that in the English section, an attempt of 20 to 24 would be very good, and quants 25 to 30 would be good enough, and reasoning 24 to 28 would be pretty good. So overall, we believe that if you have attempted around 75 to 78, it will be very good, and anywhere between 70 to 75 is also good. So